Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This week I'm doing a plan with me style video using a weekly kit from Popco stickers, and I have never used a kit from that shop before. Darshell from Books and Planners uses her stickers quite often, so I thought I would go ahead and give it a try because one, I love this art. A lot of the Game of Thrones inspired kits were not my favorite and were not really in my style, but Darshell had this kit from a while ago and I was like, oh my goodness, I love that art, I love everything. But it went out of her shop for a while, and when it came back in shop in time for the new season, Darshell alerted me immediately and was like, pick it up. So I did. And because the finale for Game of Thrones is on Sunday, I thought that this would obviously be a perfect time to use this kit. So, like I said, I've never used one of her kits before, so I'm really not sure what I'm getting myself into as far as like format and layout and stuff like that. But I think I can do something very similar to what I've done in the past weeks. So, I don't believe the glitter headers came with the kit, so I think this was an add-on. I'm not 100% sure. So I did get the glitter headers, and then these are all of the full boxes, and the color scheme to this is so beautiful, and I love all the floral elements thrown in with the more dark elements. Yeah, so I'm very excited to use this kit. I'm excited for the finale. Well, honestly, I haven't seen episode 5 because it's Friday of the week before, so it hasn't happened yet, but I love Game of Thrones and I've loved watching everything. So you've got checklist, flags, you've got a lot of functional deco, cute icons, so I'm just kind of taking it all in because I really haven't had a chance to really look at everything. You've got some habit trackers and some weekly trackers, quarter box label type thing, some bill dues. The bottom washi, that floral is amazing. It's so beautiful. So then you get some half boxes, and those look more like third boxes to me, but I could be mistaken. And there's the date covers, which I'll have to find some date dots or something to go in there because I don't have any. And then an ombre checklist, and then a couple of other random headers. So some washi strips too. I usually don't use washi strips, but that is that. So back in February, I think, January or February now at this point, I did a video, and it was kind of like a get to know me kind of video where I just printed off a list of like random questions and answered them throughout the video. So I think that's what I'm going to do for this one too. I don't quite remember what question I ended off with, so I'm just going to pick one that I don't think that I answered and go from there. So I'm gonna get into laying stuff down and answer questions while I'm doing that, and then as I get into like my weekly plans, I'll quit answering questions, I think. I am gonna start with my headers and my date covers, and I will zoom you in while I do that. I'm going to start with a question that asks, do you speak any different languages? I can't remember if I answered this or not. So, I don't speak any different languages. However, in high school we had this option to take dual credit classes. So you could do high school credit classes and then college credit classes at the same time. And I took Spanish all throughout high school. I believe I did it every year. So when I graduated high school, I applied for the dual credit system so that I could get college credit course hours transferred over from high school onto a college transcript. And so as I'm sitting here answering this, if I want to color block, I can't really do this. And I think I want to color block with the checklist. For example, with this checklist being this color, I would really need that dark gray here, but I don't know if I can lift this header up. Oh, yeah, actually that was super easy. Here I am breaking out for nothing. Okay, let me get this header down then so I can do color blocking. I think that's what I would like to do. I know not the whole thing is going to be able to be color blocked because depending on when my bills fall and stuff like that, it just may not be possible. But anyway, back to the language question. So I am actually 3 credit hours short of being able to have a minor in Spanish. When I did that dual credit program in high school, I thought I felt pretty competent and like I could not really converse in Spanish, but that I could understand and read and have like minimal conversations. I really wanted the minor in Spanish because of the profession that I went into. Wow, that is quite the extra space at the bottom. Because I'm in the healthcare field, I thought it would be very beneficial for me if I could have a minor in Spanish. So I really wanted that. However, on my first day of going to class in college for Spanish, I quickly realized that high school did not prepare me for the level of complexity that was college Spanish courses. So, needless to say, I had to drop the class, and that was really hard for me because I am a very studious person. I enjoy school. I have always excelled in school. School's been very easy to me. And so when I had to drop a class because I just knew that I wasn't going to be successful, honestly, no amount of studying and working was going to make that work for me. So that was hard, but I still can read and understand spoken Spanish to some extent, like very basic stuff, which is pretty much all I need in my profession now since I work in the school-based setting. And if I were to have a Spanish-speaking student, they would have an interpreter or access to one. So I really wouldn't need to know, but just to be able to build a rapport with my students, it would be important to be able to do that, to understand at least basic Spanish, which I can do. So there's that question. Oh, I can't get this one straight. Also, the headers are just like a touch too big, so I can actually overlap that line a little bit more and make it a little bit more centered. It's like just the slightest amount, so honestly most people wouldn't notice, but I noticed me. The next question says, do you still have your wisdom teeth? No, I don't. I got them taken out in high school, and kind of a traumatic, or what seemed like a traumatic experience at the time. They were pretty impacted, so they were getting in my nerves and stuff, so I had the surgery to remove them. And with the stitches, I think I was senior year maybe, I was in the middle of giving a presentation in school. My mouth's still very swollen, but my stitches came out, or like popped open, and in the middle of a speech. I remember it because I was like, oh my god, what do I do? My mouth is like, I can feel like blood going down my throat and I can taste it and it's disgusting, but I'm giving a little presentation for one of my history classes and I'm like, well, what do I do? So I just, did the presentation and went on with my day, but in high school that was like embarrassing and scary, but it was actually fine, not even a big deal at all. So there's that. The next question says, do you still watch cartoons? Well, I guess I don't know what that question is referring to. Like cartoons, do I actively watch new cartoons that happen? I mean, I guess not really, if that's what they're referring to, but I will go see new animated movies, like Disney movies and Pixar movies and stuff like that. And I will watch animated series. I think Big Mouth on Netflix is hilarious. And that's animated. I wouldn't say that it's like a cartoon, but my battery is about to die on my camera, so I am going to finish up this day putting down stickers, and then I'll have to stop and go charge my camera for a bit. Darn it. The battery dies pretty quickly once it goes down. Well, honestly, I probably haven't charged it in a while. Oh well. But like, I'll still watch cartoons. They don't bother me, but I don't like seek out watching cartoons, if that makes sense. Okay, well, I got super far in planning this before my battery is about to die. So I'm gonna go charge my camera and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back now that this is all taken care of and the battery is charged again. It is the next day now, so it is Saturday. But I was laying down the date covers, the headers, and the check flags while answering some questions. I'm going to continue to do that. Zoom you in a bit more. We are on the dark color. And my question is, do you or have you played any sports? When I was younger, I did soccer, cheer, dance, gymnastics. Not like, I wasn't good at really any of it. And then I did softball once I was in high school. I had wanted to play it all along, but my brother was in sports and he was far more coordinated and successful with sports, so I think my parents kind of hung on to that. I did color guard with the marching band in high school, and I'm sure that's very questionable as a sport, but it was the physical activity of choice that I chose to do, so I'm going to call it a sport, and there's competitions for it, so it counts. But now I don't really do anything like rec league or anything like that, so my brother still plays. Linus? No. My brother still plays hockey, so I watch him play that. But as far as me doing sports, I don't do anything. Does your name have a special meaning? No. My name is Kayla. No special meaning behind it. I know that my name was from a soap opera TV show. I know my parents had planned on naming me something else, but I can't remember what that is, so no special meaning behind my name. The next question asks, have you ever been hospitalized? Don't think so. Like, no, I don't think so. Not like overnight stays. I've gone in for like outpatient surgeries and things like that, but I don't remember ever being hospitalized for any of it. Have you ever been on a diet? I tried Whole30 a while ago and that was miserable. And then not like a strict diet, other than the one attempt with that. I've not done any dieting, kind of things like that. The next question says, have you ever been to a concert? Of course. I live in Kansas. There's not much else to do other than go to concerts for entertainment. I've been to several different kinds of concerts. I think my favorite from like a performance entertainment standpoint is I've seen Lady Gaga twice. And both of her concerts, her shows were amazing. I would go see her in concert any day of the week. And I went to the Britney show, the Britney Spears show in Vegas when we went on our honeymoon, and I loved it from an entertainment standpoint. Like vocally, no, not so much, but like entertainment-wise, oh, it was so fun. But we go to a lot of country concerts, especially living in Kansas. Like that's really what we get a lot of, is a lot of country stuff, so. there's that. Okay, let's see the next. Actually, let's figure out what I want to do next, and then I'll answer another question. I'll do the bottom washi next. This bottom washi has the one short and then the one long, so I'll need to put the long side here. And I say that because like Sweet Kawaii Design has been making them so where they're both long and you can cut them if you want. But this layout of like spread-wise on the page was very genius of cutting it short and doing it like that. So I'll lay that down. The next question says, have you ever gone camping? No. Do I have any interest in camping? No. I don't like the outdoors. I don't like bugs. I don't like the elements. I'm pretty much a weenie when it comes to that, and this has actually been a conversation in our house lately is because my husband wants to go do like camping and more outdoorsy things, and I'm like, absolutely not. I don't think that I was made for the outdoors. I try really hard to pretend like I can do it, but like I have zero interest. I'm just being completely honest. Yeah, that looks alright. Okay, I was just making sure I didn't like put the flowers on upside down or something weird. I would try camping if he were to approach it and be like, it would mean so much to me if we could just try one time. But my idea of camping is in an RV, and like I know that defeats the purpose of camping for the most part, so but that's where I stand on that. I mean, I've gone to Girl Scout camp. That counts for some sort of camping, right? Okay, I'm not laying this down straight at all. That's gonna have to do. Going to my sidebar, I do want to go ahead and use the quote box up here because we have 9 full boxes. So I might as well use the quote box up here, and then I can figure out which one I don't want to use. Yeah, I like that. Okay. The next question, I'm covering it up. My stickers. Have you ever met any celebrities? I have, actually. I go to a lot of like Comic-Con type things with my dad. So I've had my picture taken with a lot of people, and I've had the opportunity to get some like autographs and things like that. I would count that as meeting a celebrity, right? I don't know. Maybe it's not. Like, organically, have I met a celebrity? No. Like, just meeting them on the town kind of thing. But, I mean, I've paid to get my picture taken with them and meet them in that way. So, I've met quite a few cast from The Walking Dead. I have met Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles from Supernatural. I have met, oh my goodness, I've had my picture taken with Neville Longbottom from Harry Potter. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. It's so many people, because I've gone to so many of those things with my dad. Trying to lay these on. I like having a little bit of space between my habit trackers. I am noticing that they're going a little crooked though, but I don't know at this point if I'll be able to pull those up and save them, so I'm just going to leave them going a little bit crooked. Trying to think if I've met anyone else. I mean, I know I've met a ton. I'm just trying to think of like picture wise. I mean, I consider Bobby Bones a celebrity. And I think I've talked about this on here before, that like where I live doesn't have the Bobby Bones show, so like no one knows what I'm talking about. So if you are watching this and you know who Bobby Bones is, comment below, because I need to feel normal. Like, I talk about the Bobby Bones show like they're all my friends, and no one around where I live knows what I'm talking about. I have this sticker and I would really like to use this to track my steps, I think. I think this would be the perfect tracker. But if I do this, I'm taking up even more of my sidebar and like leaving no room to journal. So I'm not really sure how I feel about making a full stacked sidebar. Because then I was also thinking I could track my meals this week on this. But I don't know if I want to waste my full sidebar. I know it's not wasting it. The struggle. Because then also what I'm thinking is like, well, what if I had moved this up to the top? Then I could have fit this underneath it. Am I going to be able to get this up? These might be removable matte sticker paper. I guess I didn't really pay attention. Because it's coming up, I mean, decently. Yeah, it's pulling the paper, but it's not terrible. So this is what we're at so far with the spread. I don't know how happy I am having this totally bunched up to the top and then having all of this white space. So what I might go do is look and see if I have any washi that's like super thin and glittery that I could run along the top and make it look like a little bit more uniformed. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go do real fast. Okay, so going into my week. So I know for sure I want to use as many of these full boxes as possible, but probably not this one. But like everything else I truly love. So I'm trying to think of what I have going on. Monday, I know that I'm going out for happy hour with Drinks with Lindsay after work, and then after that I really don't have like anything going on. So I will probably put some sort of box up here. I had done quarter boxes last week to kind of track at the bottom of my reading or working out. It's just been so rainy. I've been so busy, it hasn't happened. So Monday, I'll put a little quarter box or something up in the top, and then I'll put the full box, and then I'll kind of see what space I have left, because I don't really know what's going on. I'm at that point where it's like, yeah, Monday's 2 days away, but I honestly don't know. Let me put down my bill dues first, and honestly now I don't even know what day of the week it is. So the 13th, I have a bill due. I could look at my monthly. Okay, so we've got a bill due on the 17th and a bill due on the 13th. So I will put those bill dues down first. So this is the 13th, which is dark, and then 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th is also dark, so it doesn't really matter what I use. I've got 2 bill due flags, but I'm going to put those down. I really need to find some date covers, because that's going to, I think, confuse the crap out of me. Honestly, my only options for date covers or date dots would be these squares from Sweet Kawaii Design, and I don't know how I feel about the squares, but I think it's just going to have to do. I could kind of like cut around the numbers and make it look a little bit more organic, or like kiss cut. I might try that, because I do have extras, so if for some reason I screw up royally, Just making sure that that is the 13th. So if I screw up really bad and I end up not liking it, I can just put down the squares because I don't think I'm gonna like just having squares. Okay, let's see how I like this. I did cut a little too close to the 1, so there's not as much white space on it as I would like. I'm gonna zoom you guys in though so you can see what I'm talking about. So when I put that down here, I don't mind that. I do wish that I had left a little bit more white space here, but on the next one I'll be able to do that. Okay, I need to put my bill due on the 17th. The next question, if money were no object, what would you get for your next birthday? I pre-read some of these questions, so I had time to think about them yesterday, but I guess a new car. I mean, my car is fine. I have a Ford Escape. It's definitely not been my favorite car. I like having more of like an SUV, higher up car, but I guess a new car, I guess. I don't know what I would pick out necessarily, but not what I have. Yeah, sure, a new car for my birthday. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? So, I have lived in Kansas my entire life, and I know a ton of people, they ask me about this all the time. I actually love living in Kansas. The thought of going somewhere else and having change like completely scares the crap out of me. So I don't think that's anything that I would be interested in doing, would be like moving or anything like that. I think that these are third and these are more quarter. They're definitely taller. This is going to be interesting because all these things are different sizes and I'm dropping stuff everywhere. So I don't know, because how many of these dark days do I have? I have 2. I think I can get away. I probably won't be utilizing these. I kind of do wish that she would have just did like a third box instead of these tiny, tiny little thin labels, because those aren't functional for me necessarily. I do have some scalloped stuff, so I guess I'll put this here, even though I don't really have... I don't really know what I'm going to put there, but I'll find something to fill that space. What was it? If I could visit anywhere in the world. Okay, or live anywhere. I'm not saying that I'd sit here and like say Kansas, because that just seems a little bit silly and a little far-fetched, but I do love living in Kansas. So the thought of moving anywhere in the world doesn't really sound glorious to me, but I think it would be fun. So as I do this now, I'm like, well crap, I don't have enough room for a half box, I don't think. Okay, actually I do, because I don't know that it's truly a half box. The sizing in this kit is kind of weird, like the sizing of things. That'll work. I might put drinks up here and then whatever I decide to do that night down here. Who knows? Who knows what I'll do? So, okay, again, going back to this. I'm very, like, all over the place. Is there a weekend banner? There is, but I don't know that I want to use it. I'll get to it on the weekend. Tuesday, I am FaceTiming with my friend Stephanie at 6, I think. So I'll need to mark that in somehow. And I don't need to go get groceries, I don't think. If I pick up groceries, I'm not going to be going to the actual grocery store. We do have HelloFresh coming, so I just want to mark that in somehow. But other than that, like Tuesday night, I'm FaceTiming, so I don't really know what else I would do. I'll probably use a full box, not a full box, like a full half box for FaceTiming with my friend Stephanie. So I'm going to put that at the bottom here. But I don't know where I would choose to live. Like, given, like, money's not a factor. Because, like, living in, like, a beachy place sounds great for a while, right? But then, like, it'd also be really cool to live, like, in a city. Like, a big city for a little bit. Like, a day. Maybe a little bit longer than a day. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and put the full box down. That's a hard question. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know where I would live. There's not a place that I've fallen in love and been like, oh yeah, I'll move there. Okay, the next question. Were you ever a scout or a brownie? Yes, I was a Girl Scout. I'm assuming that's what they're talking about, like Girl Scout. I was a Girl Scout. I actually finished with my Gold Award project. Like, I am the nerdiest little Girl Scout ever. The next question. What did you last eat? Breakfast bagel. Everything breakfast bagel sandwich from Scooters. Delicious. Not healthy. Not even remotely good for you or nutritious at all, but delicious. Okay, HelloFresh is coming, so I want to mark that down. I think I could just put down one of these little glitter labels and use one of my meal subscription stickers from Sweet Quite Design to go on top of that. And then that would leave this tiny space up here available for something. Then the glitter is not so smashed back to back. You know what I'm noticing is a lot of these cut lines are not... They're not really that great. Like, especially you can see in these boxes, everything's just kind of cut a little bit off. If that makes sense. Like, the spacing around these boxes isn't right. I don't know what icon or what I'll put in here, but I do have space to put like an icon and then do that. For FaceTime, I think I'm going to use one of these. It was on a freebie from one of the Planning Roses. And I think this little pink phone, if I remember correctly, I had trouble getting these stickers off the little sampler. Yeah, okay. Use this little phone as a FaceTime icon. And then I'll use the, from Sweet Quite Design to mark in the meal subscription there. Because I'm looking at this and I don't know. I like that little game night sticker. That's cute. Catch up day, Happy Meal. I'm just kind of looking at everything. Laundry day. I mean, like, I could put a laundry day sticker there, but that doesn't mean that that's the day I'll do laundry. I have no idea when I'll do laundry, but I could put that there. I mean, why not? Well, actually, because I think tomorrow will be like my laundry day. That fits perfectly. Sure. We can do laundry on Tuesday, I think. Looks cute there. Okay, well, it's staying now. It's down. Wednesday, I'm going on a field trip. Okay, let me answer one more question and then I'll kind of stop doing questions because I've realized I'm really bad at talking and stickering. Okay, what did you want to be when you were younger? I wanted to be a teacher and I wanted to be a vet, and that's what I would say teacher. Teacher's what I wanted to be for the most part. Like, I loved animals and I wanted to be a vet, but like teaching, that's what I wanted to do. And I think that I have some really great teachers to thank for that because they just made school so inviting to me. So Wednesday. Okay, let me finish off my coffee. It's getting cold. I'm gonna have a great time editing this, my spacey self. Okay, so Wednesday I am going on a field trip with the preschool class that I work with closely, and I'm very excited. This year's been very stressful at work, and I'm like just very excited to get to go on a field trip with them. So I want to put down a half box for that, because I want to write in where we go, but now I've lost the page with the half boxes. There it is. I got this little sampler when I ordered from the Punchy Planner, I think. And it has this perfect little field trip sticker on it. So I was thinking I would put it down and put the field trip sticker on top. And like the purple is actually the same shade of purple as in here. So it's like the perfect sticker for this. And I am going to be riding the bus with them. So I'm kind of excited. So if I kind of do like that, maybe, and then, okay, I'm committed. It's happening. It's down. I can't. If it's crooked, it's crooked. Okay, so I'm going on the field trip. Other than the field trip, actually, I am going to dinner at my dad's that night. So I might just have to use a little, like, quarter box or something for that. So let me put down the full box, and then we'll see how much space I have left at the bottom to put that I'm going to dinner at my dad's. So I'm going to use this Daenerys box here with the dragons in the background. Oh, the last episode just absolutely broke my heart. So I haven't seen episode 5 yet because it hasn't happened. That's tomorrow. But episode 4, that whole scenario just killed me. Just absolutely killed me. That's so sad. Let me put a little glitter header down at the bottom to cover up that line, and then I think I should be able to fit in one of those third boxes pretty nicely. I know it'll be like extra spacey, but I don't know. I mean, I could just leave that and then write in it, but I have, well, maybe I don't want to use that because that's my only other box and I have another day to use it. So maybe I'll just leave this space open and I can just write in that open space. That might work best. I've got these teeny tiny little dinner icons. I don't know if I want to do that or if I want to put in, I was just looking at these and I see the Namaste in bed. That's cute. Or if I want to use one of the icons from Sweet Kawaii Design because it's a little bit bigger and I think would fit that space a little bit nicer. I think that's what I'll probably do, is save it for that. See, I think that'll fit the space a little bit nicer, and then I can just write in that I'm going to my dad's for dinner. Yeah, just like that. That's perfect. Okay. Thursday is a payday for me, I believe, but also so is Friday, so I might just do the one payday sticker and call it good. Yes, so I do have this payday sticker, so I might use one of the glitter flags. If I can find it. It's on the same sheet, Kayla. Oh, goodness. I know I'm jumping ahead. Why am I doing that? I should not. I should stick with Thursday. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Thursday. I have nothing planned for Thursday as of right now. I told my husband because he's kind of feeling a little bit neglected because I've been going out with so many friends and coworkers and things like that. I was like, then you need to plan a date night. So he told me Thursday. Thursday is when we're going to go do something. I told him he has to plan it. I don't care what we do, but he gets to plan it. It just can't involve dinner because we already have food planned out. So that is completely up in the air. I have no idea what we're doing. I have no idea what to expect. But I do have 2 box options. I would love to be able to put a full box here, and then I might just put, what did I decide that I could put? I could do this one. Put this at the top and then put a little glitter header right underneath it, and then you won't see that header because I want to leave a space. I think I've planned both ways before in the past. Like I've planned with that space I think is more my favorite, but I've also planned more of like a no white space kind of spread where I line everything up and everything is touching, but I actually don't think that I like that. Okay, but that's not even the box that needs to go there. I need the pink one there. Let me see. Can I get this up? Oh, Lord. Okay. That sounds a bit sketch. I need the throne on here, I guess. I think that'll be okay. It's very pink on this column now, which is what I wanted for color blocking. Okay, but like I was saying, I've done planning where I've lined everything up and done it more of like a no white space style spread, and that to me is just so like so visually overcrowded and over simulating, so I don't really like that. But this, like having that lined up there, I think is perfect, so I'm good with that. So I have the boxes. I know when I get home I'll be able to do something before we go out. I think I'll be able to do that and that, do them both. So I'll be able to do something on my own before we go do something together because he's going rock climbing after work. So I know that I'll have a little bit of time to maybe either read or work or plan or do something. And I'm going to have extra space. So do I want to put another header down at the bottom and then line it up? Do I have enough room to do that? Yeah, no, I think I'll like that better. Okay. Friday, I want to put payday at the top, so I want to use the little flag that matches right there. And then I'll put the little payday sticker in the space with that. I'm gonna bump it up a bit. That Y kind of digs deep, and I don't want to be able to mess that up because I want to put the full box right there. Okay, and then what are my options for this space? We do need to drop the dogs off, and then we'll be going to Wichita for the weekend. Oh, I have that fits pretty nicely. So I don't really know what our plans are Friday, like what time we're leaving, things like that, but that looks nice. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. Saturday, we are getting haircuts. That is the main reason why we are going down to Wichita, but also I get to spend some time with my friend Braylee and do like a girls' weekend. So here's where I need to decide. This weekend banner is like super cute and dainty and different, so I'd like to use it. With that being said, I just about annihilated it getting off the sticker sheet. Oh Lord, okay. Let me see if I can get it back to a decent way. So I've got this, and I can put it down here, which I kind of think is cute. I don't really want to put it up here because it's going to take up quite a bit of my space because it's very wide, or tall, I guess, not wide. But I don't, do I want it in the middle of my, this is going to stick to my finger. This is going to be a mess. It's crooked. Like, it's definitely crooked, but I'm afraid if I try and peel that up, it's going to get everywhere. So I'm just going to leave it. It's going to stay. It'll be fine. I've got my full boxes left that I'm going to use in there. I want to put maybe down the appointment first up at the top. And what I might use is I do have this freebie from that Sweet Tea Plans, and the color is perfect. So I actually think that that would be perfect to go right in this space. Okay, so I have this cute little sticker from Sweet Quiet Design for the little hair appointment. I think I can just put it, do I want it up in the corner? Do I want it right there? Right there looks kind of cute. Okay. I'm not going to write in the times or like honestly do any writing right now because sometimes that changes, like the timing of things. So I think I'll put down the full box next. Let me use one of the little like quarter boxes at the bottom and then see if the flag, I think the flag is going to be too big, honestly. What I'm going to do, I think, is just cut off the tiniest sliver on each side just to widen that up, but I'll still have a flag. That'll do. It will do. Okay, so there's that. And then Sunday is the Game of Thrones finale. So now that I have this down here, I've been used to putting the TV down there. So I will use a glitter header there. As far as this space up here, I do want to go ahead and put this label here to kind of block off this space because I don't want to just have empty space above this and not have any way to like section out where that TV is going to be. I think that'll be okay, and then I'll leave that space open and I can do whatever in that space. I do need in the top portion put down some little icons and things like that. I'm gonna call that good. I think it looks great. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. I know this was a little bit rambly and a little bit hard to follow with how busy my mind was like going back and forth. But I think it turned out super cute. I'm trying to decide if I want to go do my nails now before I go to the NASCAR race tonight, but I don't know, probably not. It's kind of rainy and kind of gross and I feel lazy. So that's it. Next week I will be planning with a Sweet Koi design kit from Michaels. So that'll be kind of fun and chatty as I work through some of that. But I will see you guys next week. Bye.